When I began this battle, my soul was so damn fragile. I was looking at life through a fog. I lost my baby girl and they killed my dog. I was laying on the bottom feeling sad, thinking about doing bad things, raging fucking mad. I couldn't understand why I was chosen. Then it led to my rage and explosion. I am the one who can make this better. It's my job to make things right. I need to pick myself up. It's time for my biggest fight. Wrap your kids in the Bible. Wrap your kids in the flag. CPS is from the devil. Y'all know that it's a fact. I'm a father that went to jail. I cherish my daughter. It was nothing when they come for her and me. There should have been a slaughter. Stand with us. Make parenting great again. Abolish CPS. Ambush with the black SUVs. They come armed, they came for me, and they came for her. Stand with us, make parenting great again, abolish CPS. They took her from me, she's across the state. Gone for a year now, taken away. All these people who have written me off, I'm here to show my face and tell you you're wrong. I never was as good as you, and for the record we know that's not true. I'm not trying for a comparison. How dare you, you're embarrassing. I don't wanna be as good as anyone else. I fight this battle, I fight for myself. I am the one who can make this better. It's my job to make things right. I need to pick myself up. It's time for my biggest fight. I don't care about your judgment, I'm glad you gave us this test. But when your life is over, will your heart sleep quietly in your chest? I've got more life to live. As a matter of fact, it's just beginning. I've been given a challenge and my daughter is waiting. It's a fight I can't walk away from, a new life we are creating. So why you sit there mouth full of hating? Be sure my mind is planning on invading. I've got a war to fight and I'm on. I won't give up, I need to win, this is bigger than you. I don't expect you to understand. I am the one who can start over. It's my job to make things right. I need to pick myself up. It's time for the biggest fight. I won't be left behind. This is the time, I call it mine. Step out of the way unless you wanna play Trump. Stand with us. Make parenting great again. Abolish CPS. There is no time for bickering. The clocks are flickering. Pick up your weapon and join me. If not, go back to ignoring me. I will be on top. Pistol going pop, pop. Money falling from my pockets. You'll still be lying on dockets. So fuck you.
In the United States, CPS makes upwards of $3 billion per day on trafficking and selling our children. The corruption may start with the caseworker, but goes through the judicial system, passing the governor through the Senate and into the White House. The entire system has a hand in the business known as CPS.
Our children are stolen every minute of a 24-hour day. They are being robbed of their innocence, their trust, their happiness. As parents, we are isolated and betrayed by a government we trust. States are balancing budgets on kids' lives. Only 12% of the kids taken will be reunified. Title IV funding is being riveted with fraud.
We need to stop CPS and abolish CPS.com is leading the way. Join us.
What's up, everybody? CPS Victims Fighting Justice. This is Wednesday night, March 12th. And boy, it's been a doozy. I don't know if you guys caught Danielle's show earlier tonight, but man, that reunification with her boy was pretty damn amazing. Hopefully, you guys go back and check that out on the Unmasking Foster Care show with Danielle. It's pretty damn amazing. Definitely check it out. Seeing her son and her reunify, because we don't get to see that very often. Don't forget, guys, we got the chat right here. You guys are already lighting it up. FAFO, just in case you don't know, that's fuck around and find out. So, with no avail, let's hear a Vinny update, my friends.
What's up, everybody?
Hello, Vincent.
So yeah, there is an update. The court, the hearing was continued. They're using the PI, the private investigator, to do some questioning, and they're turning over the text messages that are unsubstantiated at this point to the forensic expert to have him look at them. But we found lots of loopholes in the Child Advocate Center video. Not only that, they've violated policy and procedure because they did not get a hold of the parental parent, and that child that went to them was not in state custody yet.
Hey, Vinny, how many overall violations do they have in your case, do you think?
6 counts of unconstitutional is what I filed on them today.
Holy smokes.
So I did file my lawsuit in the Superior Court today.
That's excellent. Now, what's the next steps in the lawsuit? What happens now?
Now I have to wait for a response.
Oh. And you said the judge did see it.
Yeah, the judge. I was in front of him this morning.
Now, how long does it?
Because he did talk it. He did talk it over with them because it came across his desk. This morning.
So what? The judge has to accept the lawsuit to the to what's going on here?
Yep, he has to look it over and see if it's reasonable within it.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up, right? Now, now this guy that's supposed to defend the bench and defend the state and all of that stuff, he's going to look and decide whether or not an action against them is going to be okay to go against. That's kind of messed up. That doesn't seem like it should be legit.
Well, what's even more messed up is that Richard told me today that the criminal case is losing major ground. Major.
Well, you knew that was coming.
Yep. So now my push to actually attack the DA in this case is gonna be even pushed even further, because the fact that they never had substantiated these text messages and they presented them as evidence is a violation of the hearsay clause.
Because they're putting in evidence that's not true.
Right.
And that's certainly wait a minute.
But
does the judge see that stuff already? Has the judge already viewed those documents and viewed those text messages?
Oh yeah.
So then that's already tainted the judge. So he should be recused anyway, right? Because he's already been privy to arguable information, which is a damn fine reason for recusal.
That would be in my count 3 on the criminal side and 3 or 4 on the CPS side.
Oh wow. That's whatever. I mean, however many you need to put into play, you got to put them into play, you know.
But I told Richard today, I said, if we end up having the hearing, I want the judge's oath of office. And he said, you can do that? I said, oh, absolutely.
I love it. The lawyer is asking if you can do that. You can do it. You're going to ask that for it? Like, what the fuck, man? Come on, like, these guys don't follow the TV shows and the programs and all that stuff that we all watch. Come on. They must pay attention,
because
you know?
they've taken almost 300 new screenshots of both of our Facebook.
You and Lens?
Yeah.
Wow. For what? What is the purpose of that?
I don't know. They think that they're gonna get something out of it. Well,
Just
you
a
know what?
rise?
You released me. Your DA's office out of Portland had said to that lady up north that to put me out to the news. So the DA's office told her to do that. You don't think that's a little bit of violation and slander right there?
That's crazy. Gunner says it's funny about these educated attorneys, and I know that he wasn't making a pun at me there. So yeah, no, it is their first, but the first duty to any of these attorneys are to the bar and to the court, guys. And that's a fact. That's in their
right.
That's in their JD books. That's in their actual their document.
And I just want to point out this is still in effect, guys. I heard this talked about in the constitutional thing earlier when I was in there around 7:00 for their thing.
In the heart of our nation.
Shoot. Nope. Sorry, Vinny.
The thing that our own Obsidian put out is true. Executive Order 13818 is still there.
Which is what?
It's been in effect since 2016.
All right, it's Executive Order what?
13818.
Order 13818. You said?
Yep, 818.
13818. Okay. Okay. So this is. And thank you, Gunner, very much. I'll take care of that here within the next hour, but thank you very much for doing that. All right. Executive Order 13818, blocking the property of persons involved in serious human rights abuse or corruption. By the authority invested in me and the President, the Constitution, and the laws of the United States of America, including the International Emergency Human Power, and the United States. The United States find the prevalence and severity of human rights abuse and corruption that have their source in whole or in substantial part outside the United States, such as those committed directed by persons listed in the annex and such schools. Human rights abuse and corruption undermine the values that form the essential foundation of stable, secure, and functioning societies, have devastating impacts on individuals, weaken democratic institutions, degrade the rule of law, perpetuate violent conflicts, facilitate the activities of dangerous persons, undermine economic markets. The United States seeks to impose tangible and engage in corruption, as well as to protect the financial system of the United States from abuse by these same persons. Therefore, determine the serious human rights abuse and corruption around the world constitute an unusual and extraordinary threat to the national security, foreign policy, and the economy of the United States. And I hereby declare a national emergency to deal with that threat. Hereby determine to order all property and interest in property that are in the United States that hereafter come within the United States or hereafter come within the possession of control of any United States person of the following persons are blocked, may not be transferred, paid, exported, withdrawn, or otherwise dealt with. The persons listed in the annex to this order, any foreign person determined by the Secretary of the Treasury in consultation with the Secretary of State and the Attorney General to be responsible for our complicit and or to have directly or indirectly engaged in serious human rights abuse, to be a current or former government official or a person acting for or on behalf of such an official who is responsible for her or him, and then or is directly and indirectly engaged in corruption, including the misappropriations of state assets, the expropriation of private assets for personal gain, corruption related to government contracts or the extraction of natural resources or bribery, the transfer or the facilitation of the transfer of the proceeds of corruption, to be or have been a leader or official of an entity, including any government entity that has engaged in or whose members have engaged in any of the activities described in subsections 2A and 2B of this section relating to the leaders or officials' tenure, or an entity whose property and interest in property are blocks pursuant to this order as a result of activities related to the leaders or official tenure, or to have attempted to engage in any of the activities described in the subsections. So, Vinny, what's this pretty much saying?
That's saying that he knew that they were all corrupt.
So get this: to be owned or controlled by, or to have acted or perpetrated or purported to act for on behalf of, directly or indirectly, any person whose property and interest in property are blocked pursuant to this order.
Which means the state. Which means CPS. Which means judges.
Hmm. Yeah, this is interesting, man.
They were talking about it tonight, and I was like, well, Obsidian posted that the other day, and I'm thinking to myself, man, I think Obsidian's onto something.
Yeah, maybe so, but I guess we're going to have to wait for it, huh? The prohibition, the making of any contribution or provision of funds, goods, or services. Any transaction that evades or avoids has the purpose of evading, avoiding, causing any conspiracy formed to violate any of the prohibitions set forth in this order is prohibited. The term person means an individual or entity. The term entity means partnership, association, trust, joint venture, corporation, group, subgroup, or other organization. And the term United States persons means any United States citizens, permanent resident alien, entity organized under the laws of the United States or any jurisdiction within the United States, including foreign branches, or any other person in the United States.
Darren, that was enacted in 2016.
Yeah, I see that. By Trump.
Yep.
Yeah, 2017.
And it was never taken out. It's been there the entire time. That's why they're going after all these people.
Get this one. The Secretary of the Treasury, in consultation with the Secretary of State and the Attorney General, is hereby authorized to determine that circumstances no longer warrant the blocking of the property and interests in property of a person listed in the annex to this order, and to take necessary action to give effect to that determination. What is the annex?
I don't know. Let's look it up.
Huh.
A building or document that is added to or attached to something larger, like a house or contract. And it says prohibited, right?
I believe it did. To employ all powers granted by me, Secretary of State, no longer warrant the blocking of the property and interest in property of a person listed in the annex to this order.
Yeah, that's the document or contract. That's what it says.
That's interesting, man.
Yeah.
It's very, very interesting. What do you guys think about this out there, huh? I'm curious. So you think they just put this into play the last time, and then we're just letting it play out?
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Yeah. Notice they've been arresting a lot of fucking people lately.
I mean, honest, Vinny, I haven't really been watching the news that much. I've been so engulfed in all
No,
this other
I don't
stuff.
watch. I don't watch it on the news. I see it on X.
Oh, okay. Big difference. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, who's been some people that have been gotten the chinks on?
Pelosi's one of them.
I heard that Trump made her cry or something. Is that true?
Oh yeah, he did more than that. And Whoopi Goldberg just got ordered to pay back the $2.5 million that she stole.
Now, where did she steal that from?
I don't know. I can't remember the whole post.
She's involved in all this human trafficking stuff too, man.
She is. Yeah, she's on the Diddy list.
Uh-huh.
She is, and quite a few others. Wyatt Davis.
And Ellen and all that.
Yep, Ellen DeGenerate. She left the country. Gee, I wonder why. Don't get you.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Get over it.
No. I will give you some of those back, but you won't please
To commit or enable serious human rights abuses, engage in corruption.
Shooting at a child's hospital? What the fuck? I bet you that's the Democrats. How much you want to bet? Sorry, but the way they've been acting lately, 10 federal judges here in Maine recused themselves off the lawsuit against Facto, our committee chair. They recused himself on Laura Libby's lawsuit against him. All 10 of them at once. Sorry, I hate to tell you, if you're living in Maine, we got a bunch of Democrats in the judicial system. And probably pedos and child traffickers. And that just proved it today. When 10 federal judges recused themselves off of a lawsuit. Corruption, politicians.
Global corruption and abuse. It's a tool to punish bad actors like kleptocrats or war criminals by cutting off their access to U.S. markets and travel.
Yep. You don't think they're tracking where these people are going? You bet your ass they are. They got all the information, really. You think about it.
But this only affects people that are outside of the United States. And it makes it so people can't enter the United States. While protecting the interests of the people inside the United States. Targets foreign persons, individuals, or entities outside the United States that engage in serious human rights abuses. Or or corruption. However, it affects ripple across borders and can impact both people outside and inside the U.S. depending on their actions or connections. Foreign individuals or entities committing or enabling serious human rights abuses or corruption. Those who assist, sponsor, or provide support to such foreign actors who are controlled by them. The language explicitly calls out foreign persons determined by the Secretary of the Treasury with input from the other officials to meet these criteria. The annex originally listed specific foreign individuals, like officials from Myanmar, Russia, or other countries, whose actions prompted the order. Over time, more foreign names have been added through the Treasury Department's designations. So it freezes people's assets, travel bans, global impact. While the order doesn't directly target U.S. citizens or residents for sanctions, it still affects people and entities inside the U.S. in these ways. U.S. persons restricted applies the asset freeze to property in the possession or control of any United States person. United States persons includes U.S. citizens, permanent residents, or entities organized under U.S. law. This means American or U.S.-based companies can't deal with blocked foreign persons. Prohibits on transactions. Section 4 forbids U.S. persons from providing or receiving funds, goods, services to from blocked foreign persons. For example, U.S. bank or business can't process payments. Constitutional presence. Section 7 notes that some targeted persons might have a constitutional presence in the U.S. Their U.S.-based assets can still be frozen without prior notice, but this is rare and typically applies to non-U.S. citizens. The order doesn't authorize sanctions against U.S. citizens or residents for their own human rights abuses or corruption. Its scope is limited to foreign persons as their primary targets. If U.S. citizens commit such acts, they face domestic legal consequences. Not this order's sanctions. However, Americans can get in trouble for violating the order, say by knowingly doing business with a blocked foreign entity. So yeah, that doesn't really do much for us on the inside, but the people out and about in the world that are doing the corruption, they can't come here, they can't use their money here, they can't do a lot of things here.
Well, then I found this, okay. A judge shall perform the duties of judicial office, including administrative duties, without bias or prejudice. In the performance of judicial duties, a judge shall not, by word or conduct, manifest bias, prejudice, or harassment based on race, sex, gender, religion, national origin, ethics, disability, age, sexual orientation, marital status, social comic status, or political affiliation. A judge shall require attorneys in proceedings before the court, staff, court officials, and others subject to the judge's direction and control to refrain from similar conducts. C. The restrictions of sections B of this rule do not preclude judges or attorneys from making legitimate references to list factors or similar factors when they are relevant to an issue in a proceeding. So the judges are entitled to direct control and limit the bias or prejudice preservation of logistics of the attorney, if attempting to call upon the court to exercise bias and stereotype is in its decision making. Magistrates are likewise governed by the near identical ethical standard found in Maryland Rule 18-202-202.3. A judicial appointed shall perform the duties of the position, including administrative duties, without bias or prejudice. In the performance of the judicial appointed duties, a judiciary appointed shall not, by word or conduct, manifest bias, prejudice at all.
I mean, it says that right in their on work. Doesn't it say that right in their own contracts, right?
Yep.
Like, those are reasons to recuse a judge. If they're going against what those things say, then that's a reason to recuse a judge.
Here's the funny part, though. Every parent is unique because of their beliefs and behaviors. In result, each family is unique. Parental constitutional rights protect these uniquenesses, but not absolute without boundaries. Rather, it is the nexus of harm standard that requires a weight of parental constitutional rights against the child's best interest. A further check in the ethical obligations of the court and attorneys not to stereotype parents and families, especially when confronting with unfamiliar or uncomfortable parenting behaviors and beliefs. How can we make this family more like us? Whatever us is, it is not what we should be asking ourselves. Rather, we need to be careful and mindful of the interplay between constitutional parental rights and the potential for stereotyping and bias and the best interest of the child's standards.
There we go with that best interest of the child's standards thing again.
Yep. That's what we need to find out what that all means right there. I would say the best interest of the child is not to be moving them around from state to state to foster care to foster care to foster care to foster care. You're the ones traumatizing our kids, you fucking retard.
Yeah.
And I hope they heard me. Since I know they've been taking screenshots of my fucking Facebook, I put it out there today. I ain't afraid.
No, you're fighting for your freedoms, Benny.
That's right. And I have the freedom of press. That is my right. Exactly, facts. Judges are not above the law.
No,
and guess who the judges answer to? We the people and our commander-in-chief.
Really? Don't some of them get appointed by the governors?
They do, but under the U.S., they answer to the commander-in-chief. He is the executive branch. It states it when he takes his oath of office that he is endowed with the powers behind the U.S. citizens. So it goes us, him, Congress.
It's good stuff. And then that book that what was it, the Manual for the United States of America or whatever it was?
Yeah.
That shows that chart, the flow chart.
Well, I'm hoping that we're going to start getting more and more people because in the Constitutional for Justice thing that I was in tonight, that I've been in for the past several weeks, they had me drop the link to the show, so I dropped the whole channel link to the show.
Oh, nice. For us in here?
Yep.
Very good.
And I told them, I said, Jess is thinking about coming on the show in about a week or so,
nice.
And doing her show. So I'm hoping that we can get some of her people over here too, and then they can start getting their stories heard out there as well, even more. That is the goal, people. We have to unite our groups one way or another. We have to succeed in this fight. And the constitutional people have a lot of talent. They're really good with orders. Matter of fact, one of their people there helped do up a habeas corpus in my favor And I tell you what, that is one hell of a habeas corpus if I've ever seen one. And I haven't seen one since my childhood file.
Hmm. You had a habeas corpus in your childhood file?
I did. I sure did. I found it in there. I went through it and I was like, oh, look, habeas corpus.
Now, what was that used for in your childhood? What was that used for, Vinny, in your childhood?
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have a family emergency, Darren. I'm going to let you talk with Lynn.
Okay. Hope everything's all right.
Not my sister. My youngest.
Oh, no. What's going on? What's going on, then?
I can barely hear what's going on up there. I just know it has to do with his baby sister.
Oh, no. Oh, well. Well, you're excited, huh, about what's going on with you guys' case and everything?
Yeah, a little bit, because, you know, at least I know I'm still going to get the visits for now until we figure things out. So I'm not going to miss her birthday or anything, which is the end of the month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
well, I mean, but at least it's sending you guys. It's better than facing the, oh my God, we're going to TPR and they're hammering on us, you know?
Yeah.
It's better than that. So, I mean, it's just, it's just unfortunately, it's just going to be a little bit longer. That's all. You know, because they know that they've lost. They know that this is over for them. They're just trying to do damage control now.
And it was pretty funny because the AAG walked in with all of her crap. She wheeled it in.
Mm-hmm. Like a big library binder of stuff.
No, it was like 2 boxes full of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And Rick's like, "You're not going to need that stuff." She's like, "Yes, I am." "No, you're not."
Good, we're
She
walking
brought
out
it
of
all
here.
in for no reason because she thought there would be a hearing.
Wow. So how long you guys were just in there really quick?
They went in and did their like arguments. It was like, I forgot what it's called, but it was a conference or whatever they call it, where
Conference?
huh?
A case conference?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And they were in there for like an hour at least talking and arguing, and our lawyers, mostly Rick, because he's the one that put in the motions to do certain things, and then they also argued the fact that, hey, we just got these files at like 4:30 yesterday, and there's 300 plus pages. We can't look over this and figure out what's relevant and what's not with less than 24 hours before the court hearing. And even the judge agreed with that. He's like, you can't do that.
But who told you guys that it wasn't good enough to be substantiated?
The text messages can't be substantiated, and the people who were saying it is through email. Corey, his criminal attorney, sent those emails to his CPS attorney between the DA and one of the state detectives. It's a different one down here, not the one from Augusta. And they were saying that they couldn't be substantiated. So they got an indictment on text messages that can't be substantiated.
Huh. Man. Well, I mean, like I said, that's good. And then it's got to feel good, too, for Vinny, getting this stuff out there and knowing that it's people are listening to him and believing him, that he didn't have an issue here. And I was watching a video of you guys the other day, and I'm like, wow, what a long way you guys have come.
And what Rick is saying is he's going to end up having the forensic analyst person look over the text messages. And when he looks at them, he'll be able to say these are like 90% computer generated.
Right.
All right, Vinny's back.
Vinny's back. Guess who's back?
Yep.
Vinny's back.
Yep. So apparently my sister's boyfriend got arrested.
Oh no.
He got arrested because a 16-year-old kid threatened him with a knife and came at him and swung on him, and he shoved him. So they arrested him for it.
He shoved him, and then he's arrested for it.
Yep.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Back in black. Yep. And they're already threatening CPS on her now.
Jesus Christ.
Only a matter of time. I mean, that's how I lost my kids in the first place.
People got to stop doing this bullshit, man.
Karma's a bitch when she comes back around. She's evil.
Yeah, she is, man. She was a good dog, though.
I mean, I don't want to see my niece and my nephew end up in the system because they're young. They're younger than Arasta.
Yeah, they're 2 and 3.
They're 2 and 3. They'll scarf them babies right up.
Yep. Little puppets. Scarf them right up for that big paycheck that they get, man.
And they'll fight tooth and nail to keep them in the system. If they can prove her unfit, it's huge. And they'll use her mental disabilities against her because she has
Asperger's.
She's on the autism spectrum.
Oh, the autism.
Oh, Jesus.
And
so they'll get that extra money for that.
And she's mildly MR.
And she's on disability. That's the mother.
That's my sister. But all rationality, she's in her 20s.
Oh, she's in her 30s.
She's in her 30s, but
she's more like a teenager.
She's more like a teenager. She's still a child.
Mindset of a child, yeah.
Benny, do you know that there's a proposed class action settlement regarding the department's oversight of administration of psychotropic medications for children in Maine foster care?
Yeah, I think I've seen that before.
That's what my mom said. And now the cops are trying to talk to my daughter and told her she don't have to speak to them and to be quiet because she has a 3-year-old return.
What are the cops at your house?
No, this is in New York.
Oh.
A 3-year-old returned 3 today.
Oh, returned.
And she has a 2-year-old. Yep. They
dropped. You say York or New York?
New York.
Oh, I see.
She's in New York. And she thinks that someone can come rescue her.
I can't.
Can't.
I'm not missing
I'm on house arrest and I have bail conditions.
I'm not missing my birth, so.
You know?
I agree with you.
And you can't.
Makes sense. You don't want to get in any trouble. You don't want to give them any reason to have against you in these things, man.
Yeah, that's why that letter
is
on the post office.
You know, that's why the letter is still sitting down in the post office. There's something there for me to sign for. And
it has to be you.
I have to sign for it. I ain't signing for it because I don't know what the fuck it is. That could be bait.
Did you know that if you were part of DHHS and you were terminated, that you get free education in the state of Maine?
What?
The tuition waiver allows students who are in the care of the Maine Department of Health and Human Services, were adopted from DHHS, or are under permanent guardianships through DHHS to receive free tuition to one of the colleges in Maine's community college system.
Wow.
That doesn't make them want to go to college, though.
Yeah. No.
It's a very low rate. There's like 3% of the people that age out of the system go to college.
Yeah.
Yes. There you go. She knows. She's looked into it.
Yeah. I have those little letters that I wrote up. It says it in there.
I believe. That's for sure. I sure do believe. A lot of quacky stuff. Yeah, we'll steal you from your family, but you can go to college for free, right?
Yeah. That's right, Darren. Brooke wanted to talk to me and you on a one-on-one.
Oh, okay. When is that? Tonight?
Whenever we can get her to do it. Brooke, when are you free to have that one-on-one?
I got a few minutes after the show tonight, so if we can do it, let's do it tonight.
Minnesota, yeah. Well, Texas just passed their bill.
Did they?
Yep.
Yeah, man, things are really coming around.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously, Lynn was telling you what's been going on.
Yep.
And now Corey got notified of what was served on the AG in Augusta and the court.
Huh. And the response was?
I haven't got a response back from Richard yet. I just blasted him with a bunch of case law.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And a bunch of information. You know me. I'm all about my information. Matter of fact, I got the honor of, and the constitutional group that I'm in, they gave me the honor of helping people with case law and teaching them, what case law not to use and which one to use. And I was sharing a little bit of information with them, and they're like, "Wow." And I told them,
Very
I was
nice,
like, "Listen, you guys need to come on our show, and you need to share your stories on here because this is where I'm learning my information." And you guys think that, you got all these women in here that need help, like serious help. They need to get on the show.
Hell yeah. Yeah. We do learn a lot here.
The more people that we can bring to light, like they're working on right now, they have to get like 9 states in total that are close within each other, and they can do 9 states at a time. And they're getting ready to file all their things on the judge's bonds.
Yeah, that's going to be nice. That's what Rick Martin has been talking about for the longest time, man.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of information on that.
Rick's in there too from time to time. I see him in there.
Yeah, Rick's a good dude.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that a lot of people go out there and they trash him on the internet and everything, but whatever, man.
No, I was listening to him the other night, man. He was dead on with his facts.
Yeah, he knows what's up, man. There's no doubt. He definitely knows what's up. So, yeah, Brooke, if you want to chat with Benny and I after and send her the link, Benny, and we can just meet up right in here.
Yeah. Let me grab that and send it over to her.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a slow day at the office, man.
Yeah, I know. I came home and I took a nap.
Yeah, I'm tired too.
I was up at 6 o'clock this morning.
I made you a song.
Yep. You got to play that shit so they can hear it.
I will. I'll play it when. Let's do our last words here, and we'll play the song on the way out.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where is it here?
Brooke, I'm gonna send you the link right now. Give me a second. I'm slow moving tonight. I was kind of disappointed that
Just a couple minutes, Brooke. We're gonna do the song, the last thoughts in the song. We're done.
I was kind of disappointed the way things went today.
I know. I was really looking forward to a double do of kids coming home.
Yeah, I was too. And now we gotta wait till May. I mean,
that's awful, man. It really is. It sucks. I mean, it's better than never seeing your kid again. So I mean, there is that part.
And I get that, where the criminal case is falling apart. He's trying to get Corey to get a move on and help Corey now. That way he had time to help Corey because Richard not only is a GAL, he is a CPS attorney. Not only is he a CPS attorney, he's a criminal attorney. So he can dabble on all sides of a playing field.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Let's see here.
Brooke, I'm about to send you the link. Just sent it to you. In your messenger.
Let's see, where the hell did that go here? Hold on.
Oh yeah, I've put one through, trust me.
So where the hell? You know what? I'm just gonna do it this way. Let's see. I'll do it like this, Vinny. All right. Well, what's your last thoughts, Vinny?
Keep fighting, guys. You know, the truth is out there. You have to find it. You have to dig. Like I've said before on my other shows, and I'll say it again, paw through every fucking document. All of it. And have a great night, guys.
All right. I did this tune for Vinny this morning, guys. Then we're going to end the show with here because I wanted him to have a good badass tune before he went into court. So here it is. Hey, I'm the CPS Punisher. Make sure you check out Danielle's stuff. Make sure tomorrow you guys check out all the shows and things that we got coming up. I'm working on this stuff hard, guys. I'm trying to get caught up on things, and I know I keep promising you things, and I'm gonna act. So I'm getting there. But I'm the CPS Punisher, guys, and here's the tune that I made for Vinny this morning to go to court. So have a good night, guys.
Forced my family apart and thought I'd turn away. You didn't do your homework on me, not in any way. My kids are my grounding, they're what I have that's pure. You took them from me, now the pain is yours for sure. My kids will come home, you won't need to go take jail. The cops that have erased me, locking up with no bail. I'm talking the ones who had me assaulted. It didn't have to happen, but the Lion State Trooper wanted drama. So now she will see I'm Vinny T, and I served you 1983 because I wanna. I am victorious. I'm here with a fight that you started. I proved to you all I never would fall. Now hear my demands. This is coming from a man who wants back his kids you kidnapped. Okay, law actors and fake agents. Here we go. You took away time that I can't replace. How can you stand your own damn face? You lie for a job while writing fake reports. I don't ever want to see you in another court. You belong in a prison. Attorney General, I would listen. This GAL is so fucking crooked with her stories. She needs to be locked up before more families tell the same story. It's not right what she does. Even worse that you fucking listen. She must be doing something for you. The cry for that is motherfucking prison. Shall I say more or do I need to? The whole damn system has an ego. So now I put them in check with the noose on their neck. Treason is the worst. What else do you expect? I am Vinny Torres. I'm here with the fight that perjuring, non-law abiding.